So we're doing a 5-hour oil change on this R10 Eco. This is a Rippa R10 Eco. I think they say change it 10 hours. I'm going to change it at 5. If you don't have a Rippa, if you're not getting it from the dealer I got mine from, then you might want to change it when you get it and not put even 5 hours on it. So let me show you what I'm doing to just kind of make it easy. I've got the front end raised just a little bit. Put the bucket bit down and raise it just a little bit because the oil drains to the rear and I want to get all of it out. The little yellow thing right there is the oil dipstick, and that's where you're gonna put the oil in at also. This is the 13.5 horse Briggs engine. It's running flawlessly. Again, just 5 hours, a little over 5 hours on it, but it's run real well. I want to change it out. Again, fill plug is yellow, drain plug is down here. So let me get in there and try to get in there where you can see what I'm doing without getting in the way of the camera. Now, something I have done here is I've got an old baking pan of my wife's. This is what I use to change oil in generators, things like that. Just probably a 14 by 20, maybe 12 by 20 baking pan. It's and then I put a little piece of 4x4 right there on the blade, and it just makes it almost level and a good sturdy place for the oil to drain and not just fall everywhere. I probably should have put some cardboard underneath it. I typically do that. Didn't do it this time, and I may regret it. We'll see. This is my first oil change on this. We'll see. But it is slanted back just a little bit this way, just a touch, to help that oil drain out completely. So I broke the drain plug loose. It's all draining down. So I've got a magnet in the bottom of that. I don't know whether you see that little ring in the right there, but it may be attracting some shavings or something, or particles or whatever. We'll see. I'll dump the oil out, and anything that's in it should be attached to the magnet. And I just let the plug fall down in there. I'll clean it up with a rag. Probably spray some brake cleaner or something on it to clean the bottom of it off, so it's just not dripping oil when I decide to move it. But anyway, get the oil out of it, and then we'll put the oil back in. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to drip out, drain out every little drop I can get. First oil change. And the best way to get to it is down this way. Again, that engine's hot, be careful, but down that way, waiting for it to drain. All right, we'll put the oil plug back in. I don't know if there's any way I can do that without getting in your way, getting in the way of the camera. It's right there. That oil's pretty hot. I didn't wait for it to cool down long enough, probably. Anyway, looks good. Like I said, we'll look at that magnet in just a second, but I want to get this oil plug back in there. And it's just, it's kind of tight. Get it started like that with just holding the socket. I believe I can. There you go. Getting the plug back in. Torque it pretty good. I keep a lot of this brake cleaner around for things such as this, cleaning up stuff. When it drains on part of the frame and everything. It's not just a straight shot all the way down. It gets everywhere. So just expect that. And again, probably should have put a piece of cardboard down, but so far, I hadn't spilled anything. We'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna slosh that around a little bit so that any shavings, if there's any metal in there, particles, whatever, you can have access to that magnet. And that magnet will pick them up, hopefully. I'm about to set that down. I'm gonna spill it everywhere if I don't. So there's the magnet. Nothing clinging to it at all that I can see. If it is, it's microscopic. I don't see anything. It may have got wiped off as I'm trying to take the magnet out, but I don't think so. It looks pretty daggone clean. I'm proud to see that. Really glad to see that. All right, so I'm gonna put my magnet somewhere else and dump that out. We need to refill. It actually comes with a pretty nice little funnel here. It's long enough to go down in there and do its business. So we're gonna put it down in there. That way you don't have to try to finagle. You're gonna have to have some type of tube to get down in there. So good that it comes with a funnel. This bottle has about 1.5 quarts left in it, which is a little too much, I think. So I'm not gonna put it all in there. Get out of your light and get out of your camera. Always make sure you get your plug back in before you start putting oil in it. And before you check it, make sure it's level. I did let down the front end. I didn't have to crank the engine to do that, just to bled the hydraulic down. Just pull the hydraulics a little bit and brought it down and to level it out so that it's sitting level now here in the barn. I'm gonna change it about 3 times, and at about 15 hours or 20 hours, I'm gonna go synthetic. Don't want to do it right now, and during the break-in, I've heard it's not good, not sure. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. So let me pull that out, and then we'll give it a check, and I'll show you how to check it. So when you check the oil in one of these engines, and there again, I'm going to be in your light all the way, put it in there. Don't turn it, don't screw it down in there. Just put it down in there, let it touch the top like that, and pull it out, and then check your stick. It needs to be on the close to the top of the stick. That's full. Push it in, and pull it right back out, and wipe it off good. In and out. So that is almost at the very top. So we're gonna call that good. Now this time we will put it in and screw it in. So anyway, this looks good. We're gonna go ahead and crank it up. And no sense checking oil because it doesn't have a filter on it. When you crank it up, it's got all the oil in it's gonna have in it. There's my magnet. Magnet look good. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised, but I'm pleasantly happy. There you go. Wouldn't hurt to look, see if I need to spray anything else with that contact. Certainly don't want to spray this while your oil fill tube is open, because you don't want to get any of this in your crankcase. I think it would evaporate pretty quick, but still don't want to do it. So crank it up, close it up. When you turn the ignition on, the hydraulic oil cooler comes on, the fan comes on. And crank it up. There's a delay when you turn the key off. It's got about a 5-second delay, some type of relay that's in it, which is good. But anyway, shoot, that's an oil change. We're ready to go. I'm probably going to, like I said, first time was 5 hours. I'm probably going to go 10 hours on the next one. I think the book says 100 hours or something like that. So, you know, I'm trying to, it's more of a break-in process than it is worried about oil changes. I'm just, I want to break it in right. And then I kind of want to get my 2 or 3 oil changes in before I go synthetic. So anyway, that's the oil change on the RIPPA R10 Eco. Really, so far, really like this machine. And you'll be seeing a whole lot more of this machine on my channel in the days to come. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already, and ring that bell, and we'll, you know, if you're interested in this machine, or in a Chinese, an inexpensive excavator. That's the only way I can buy an excavator, is to buy an inexpensive one. So you may be in the same boat I'm in, and I'm just gonna kind of block for you and see if there's any problems before you get there, and I'll tell you about them if I find any. How about that? That'll work. All right, we're gone.